Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Command Core Studio. Welcome to the show. Okay, so spoiler season is almost here. We've got the teasers for spoiler season. If you're not familiar with this, well, Mark Rosewater, the head designer over at Wizards, has Blogatog, which is a cleverly named blog, where Mark Rosewater, before spoiler season, will put up some teasers that's partial information for cards and hints of things to come. I'm just going to skip the little intro here, but here you go. First up, here are some things you can expect, and I'll read the thing first, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. A component of the set with a frame using technology first designed for an unset. Interesting. So, okay, my thought for this is going to be like, oh gosh, I mean, maybe like the split card kind of ones where you have like half a card on one, half card on the other was one that I immediately thought of. I don't know if we'd get that specifically, though, for this, but, like, that, like, the first thing that came to mind, you know, like, the cat, you know, whatever the one, like, the cat / this one, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Like, that unset, you know, like, you've got half the card here, and you put them together, and you get the full effect. Something like that, we could get kind of like a weird fuse in a way. We might be getting that. That could be pretty interesting. And, like, kind of like the horror aspect of Duskmourn, like, fusing things together, like, monster melding, could be there. So I'm going to say that. A tweak on ability word that first appeared in the third set of a block. That is incredibly specific. Let's see. Third ability of a set. I'm gonna go with... No, Morph came out in the first. That one I might have to come back to. Let me know your thoughts on these comments below. We got a lot of great sleuths on these episodes in the comments below. They're like, oh, it's gotta be this. It's gotta be that. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts are on that one. That one is stumping me. Counters used in the set. +1/+1. -1/-1. Finality. Flying, lifelink, lore, interesting. Loyalty, nest, possession. Oh, yes. Rev, stun, and time. Okay, so ones that we've seen before, obviously, +1, -1/-1. Finality, flying, lifelink, lore. Let me know in the comments below on that one. I don't think we've seen lore outside of maybe just like kind of like charge counter type approach one where it's like, oh, it's a lore counter. Cool. Loyalty, we've seen before. Nest, possession. I'm kind of obsessed with that one right now. Like, possession counter, what could that be? I'm thinking it's like a partial threaten effect in a way. Like, okay, like you possess a creature and then you get to like control it temporarily, and like maybe each turn like a possession counter leaves, so it's like temporary threatening, which I think would be pretty cool. So yeah, I think that could be a really good one, like gain control of something and kind of like time counters going away, and then once the last one's gone, an opponent gets it back, you could use and abuse that with, you know, proliferate effects. There we go. Interesting. Stuns coming back. Rev is interesting as well. We shall see what happens with all these. Finality, that of course makes sense with this kind of like reanimation type of set. Next up, the first ability word to reference second main phase. Interesting. I know that they cleaned up some of the main phase stuff essentially, or at least they did, and it kind of messed up something with some kind of an extra combat card or whatnot, so make sure you keep in mind with that. But they actually referenced the second main phase, which is interesting. So that's going to be interesting, finally getting like them being like, okay, we've got pre-combat main phase, post-combat is what they used to call it, I believe, but now they're saying second. So because they realize like on a turn you could have like a lot of post-combat main phases if you have extra combats. So yeah, just the second one specifically. Glad we're starting to get some more clarity on abilities like that. Cool. A 10/1 creature for blue. Yes! Sign me up for that. That's like Yargle to the extreme. I mean, Yargle's what, a 9/3 for 4 and a black. This is a 10/1 for blue. That's not very blue, it doesn't seem like, but that's interesting. There's got to be like some kind of a downside to it, obviously. I mean, having 1 toughness, I guess, is a downside itself, but yeah, this kind of like go big or go home type of approach usually is either in, well, like black or green when it comes to those kinds of effects. Like the, I can't remember what that one card's name is, like there's like an 8/0 for, you know, 3 mana or whatever in green. That being said, yeah, a 10/1, there's got to be some kind of like a, maybe like time counters on it, like it goes away. It's like a phantom type card, goes away after a little bit. That being said, like in a powered matter strategy, just being able to get out a 10/1 pretty early. I wish this was in my colors for my Mr. Orfeo deck, but it is not. Still a very interesting card. A variant on a mechanic that itself was a variant on another mechanic. I mean, okay, I'm going to go with Kicker, because everything's a variant off of Kicker. I'm just, that's the easy answer. It's probably not that, but I'm going to go with Kicker. Another one could potentially be kind of like Morph became Cloak which is now something else with this one. So that's my other guess, which would kind of make sense for this kind of like a, ooh, spooky, scary, you don't know what it is type of set. So I'm going to go with Kicker as the easy answer, and I'm going to go with the Morph as the hard answer. Okay, let's go with that. A modal 3 mana white mass removal spell. My gosh, really? Okay, so, yeah, when it comes to like modal spells in white, we've got mass removal ones that see a lot of play. You've got like, Austere Command, which is a ton of play. You've got, Farewell, which is a ton of play. 3 mana white mass removal. It's got to be like white, number one. It's got to be like just so heavily dependent on mana fixing to actually cast this. There also has to be maybe a requirement or a downside to the card, because like you can't just give mono white just a mass removal modal spell for 3 mana and be like, yeah, it's just like the new Austere Command, but at 3. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they will do that. Let me know in the comments below what you think on that one. What is there going to be like a requirement to cast it? Is it going to be like maybe a legendary sorcery or whatnot, which isn't really that big of a requirement, but like, is there going to be a requirement to cast this one? And yeah, I guess, okay, you could do it in some way where it's like, okay, like sacrifice a legendary creature you control to cast the spell or something like that. It's cost cast it. We'll see. There's got to be some kind of additional cost or giant requirement for it. It can't just be like 3 mana. Yeah, hey, Austere Command. Destroy all artifacts or enchantments or creatures or small creatures or whatever you want. Yeah, that would be pretty absurd. Power creep has been a thing, but that would be crazy. Not that crazier things haven't happened. A character returns as a legendary creature that first appeared in flavor text in alpha. Okay, I am not as good of a lore historian as many out there. In fact, I'm pretty bad at it. But yeah, I definitely do not know. Like, okay, like this, was mentioned back in alpha, but it was never a creature. And now it is a legendary creature, so there you go. I'm excited to see what in the world that is. That is cool. I'm thinking it's some kind of like a... obviously with Duskmourn, right? It's like House of Horrors. Like, it's like, okay, we've got... yeah, some really spooky, scary stuff. So maybe like some kind of like a mythical being that was like, like, okay, yeah, that like a bump in the night type character back then, just like in the flavor text. I'm thinking of like that really old, scary art, on like the giant black creature back then. But that's probably not even from Alpha. I think that's from Mirage. Anyways, let me know in the comments below, lore mages out there. A new ability word that cares about a card type in a new keyword action. Okay. New ability word that cares about a card type. Okay, so when it comes to card types, it's probably not going to be battle. I have it out. We're getting battles in this. Card type, creature just seems too, like, easy with that. I don't know. Like, okay, I'm just going to go, I think with this set, like, it's kind of, like, enchantment heavy, I'm thinking. So I'm going to say card type's got to be enchantment. New keyword action. New keyword action. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be. Like, a new keyword action. I don't know. Okay, but I'm gonna lock in that's enchantment, okay? Lock in that is enchantment. We're gonna see a new, not constellation, but constellation type thing. Moving on, creature tokens. 1/1 white toy. 1/1 white glimmer. 2/1 white insect. 3/1 white spirit. 4/4 white beast. Blue token copy. XX blue spirit. 2/2 black horror. 6/6 black demon. 1/1 red gremlin. 1/1 red balloon. Oh my gosh, stopping right there. 99 red balloons deck has got to be a thing now because of that. 2/2 green spider. 1/1 black and green insect. And 0/0 green and blue fractal. Interesting tokens on this. The gremlins are coming back. And again, I absolutely love that balloons are a thing. Please tell me there's a commander that makes balloons. I don't know what you'd make a balloon for. Maybe it's just like, hey, like, oh gosh, like a commander that has like, it makes your creatures like make balloons. So it's like, okay, like you can, anytime you want, just like tap a creature, make a 1/1 red balloon. Tap a non-token creature because obviously they could just tap the balloons to make more. But yeah, being able to just like tap a creature, make a balloon. So it's like it's like a party animal creature where it's like, okay, yeah, just like, hey, I need some help, set up the balloons for this party. That's probably not at all what this is, because this set is not at all, with like fun, friendly, it's supposed to be like, scary. So it's probably a very creepy balloon, but that's awesome that we are getting balloons. Yeah. Let me know in the comments below if I've missed that we've had balloon tokens in the past. Next up. Next here are some rules text they'll be showing on cards. Unlock a locked door. Ooh, okay. Okay, so maybe that's like dungeon-esque, essentially. That seems kind of like that-ish. Or maybe like solving, the case, essentially, like solving for clues. Like, that just seems kind of like, okay, like Oh, I mean, I'm trying to think of what kinds of cards could even have this. Like, maybe you have, like, enchantments that are kind of like sagas that, like, you have to, like, kind of work your way through. Or, like, again, cases where you're working your way through. And as you work your way through, you're, like, unlocking a door. Interesting. Interesting. Search your library for a demon card. Okay, yeah, I mean, demon's going to be in this. That's not surprising at all. That is quite spicy. Demon tribal out there. Get excited because you're getting a demon tutor. Hopefully it's pretty good. Where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. Okay, yes, please. So, low to the ground creatures. It does not specify non-token, so keep that in mind. So, yeah, whether you're going with a go-wide strategy for, non-token creatures, token creatures, you got a Delny. Is it Delny? Is that the one that, like, doubles up your triggers with power 2 or less? That could definitely consider this as well. I mean, low to the ground, Dex, Rejoice. This is probably going to be a pretty big effect, I would think. Exile any number of target instant, sorcery, and/or Tameo Planeswalker cards in your graveyard. That is so specific. Yeah, I mean, typically, I think most decks would just be like, yeah, instant sorceries, I would assume, like Spellslinger type strategies. But if you happen to just also have Tameo, cool, do that too. But yeah, I'm wondering what this kind of effect would give you if it's like, yeah, Planeswalker. Maybe it's, okay, it's probably something that Tameo does. So, like, think about things that Tameo does. Like, Tameo's journal, I guess, was all about clues. So maybe this, like, exile any number of those cards, make that many clues. That's going to be my final answer guess for this one. We're going to go with that. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. Okay. Okay. Please. Wizards. Right here. Okay. Let's have a talk. Tell me you made the commander I've wanted you to make for a long time now. Okay? Tell me you made the commander that basically is like, hey, creatures you control have Changeling. Just say that. Like, give me a 5-color commander, okay? I don't care what it costs to get out, okay? It can cost whatever amount of mana you want to get out, all right? Wooburg +4, whatever you need to make it cost, okay? I don't care. Tell me that you made this where it is, hey, okay, creatures you control have Changeling. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that are on the battlefield. Please tell me you finally did this, please. I want to make my tribal deck, okay, please, Lord's deck. Okay, all right, here we go. You have no maximum hand size. You don't lose the game for having 0 less life. Yes, okay. All right, so no maximum hand size is a thing that many players out there absolutely love. I mean, come on, we're all Magic players, right? We don't want to have to, okay, end of the turn. Oh, but I've got 10 cards. They're all so good. I don't want to discard any. Now you're like, okay, cool, I get that, but also, yeah, I've got Phyrexian Unlife essentially with this too. So being able to just go down to less than, 0 life, and just be like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, don't lose, whatever, this is fine. There's also some, I'm sure, combos that you can utilize with Phyrexian Unlife type effects. I mean, like, literally with this, just being able to be like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, everyone, let's all set our life totals down to the exact same amount, or like, life swap obviously works with this. X mortality, but wow, what's the black spell that costs like 7 and everyone goes down to the lowest life total, whatever that one is. Yeah, being able to be like, hey, everyone, you all lose because you don't have something out there like this, and I do. So yeah, I'm hoping this one's on a commander because I think that'd be quite spicy. I don't think it's going to be though. Probably more like an enchantment, like Phyrexian Unlife type. I would assume this enchantment costs, power creep's a thing, right? But let's go 3 or 4 mana. I'm gonna go 4. Probably costs 3. Moving on. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it targets only a single creature you control. Copy that spell. That is spicy. I like that a lot. You can definitely utilize this in certain types of strategies out there. I mean, I guess Zada does that like for all your creatures, but this just like doubles up individual casts. So, I mean, this could be a good kind of commander effect essentially. But yeah, we shall see. Like, what is this on? Like, is this on just like a regular creature? Is it on a legendary creature? It's pretty spicy. And there are certain spells out there that you don't realize like that just like target a single thing that can really give you a good amount of value by being able to like copy. Like if you have like a modal spell and like one of those modes is like targeting, it only targets one thing. And then all the other things just give you extra value. You get all those extra values then too. Shards you control become copies of it until the beginning of the next end step. Cool. Okay, so I guess we're getting shard tokens. And with those being like, okay, or I guess we're not getting shard tokens. I already talked about tokens, didn't we? No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. But yeah, being able to like, I guess like have a shard creature type and then they become copies of another thing. Maybe it's not even a creature type. Interesting. Shards. Let me know in the comments below. Have we had shards before? I don't know if we've had shards. Let me know in the comments below. Seems pretty interesting though. Of creatures you control that don't have the same name as this creature. Okay. I mean, that's specific because, okay, like in I guess, okay, in other formats, right, where you can play more than one of the creature, that makes sense. Like, that is something that's like, okay, cool, yeah, you're going to have different named creatures. In Commander, it's like, yeah, no one has the same name because it's Singleton. That being said, on another thought process with this one, how about if we're getting like a Persistent Petitioners type card, you know, a Shadowborn Apostles type card, have any number of cards, any number of this card in your deck, and then you have to like kind of balance that with, it's probably a good effect for having a lot of, you know, the same one, but then also giving you a different, you know, benefit for the number of creatures that you have that don't have the same name as this one. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Okay, so next up, we've got 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, and 31 are prime numbers. I mean, there's more prime numbers than just that. It keeps going. So what is this? Like, okay. So I guess, like, I mean, this can, like, benefit... maybe it's benefiting, like, creatures that have power that is a prime number, or toughness that is a prime number, or a mana value that's a prime number, I guess. It's interesting that they listed, like, this many, but then stopped. Like, instead of saying, like, are examples of prime numbers, because, yeah, you can keep going. Like, 37, I believe, is a prime number as well, correct? Like, let me know in the comments below on that one, but I think that's... Is that the next one up? Did I miss another one? But yeah, I'm pretty sure 37 would at least be the next one up, being a prime number. So, I just did that quick in my head. I think that's that, right? Yeah, because 35, 36. Yeah, we're good. I think it's 37. So yeah, like, they didn't list the ones after this. But that being said, like, I can't expect them to list every single prime number, obviously, because they would never be able to do that on the card. I mean, they're probably listing the reasonable ones for you to get to. Probably is why they did this way. But obviously, like, you might need like a little, if you've got a deck built around this, you need like a little note card on the side being like, okay, like, is that a prime number? Yeah, my guess on this one is, again, like, probably like power. Like, it's like creature's power is equal to a prime number. It gets double strike or something. I don't know. Okay, so there you go. Here are some creature type lines from the set. Oh, I love these. Here we go. Creature, human doctor. Boring. I mean, not boring, but I guess, yeah, cool. Doctor's now a job that they can have. I guess other than, like, you know, the Doctor Who cards. Core Survivor. Oh, the cores are in here. Interesting. Creature, goat. Yes, absolutely goat. Sharks are back. Okay, yeah, sharks are my favorite creature in the world, actually, but we never want to go swim with one. But yeah, that's excited it's coming back. Sharks, cool. Creature, Eye. Ooh, Eye Tribal getting some more support potentially. A fish insect, that's gross in a thing, and that's kind of where I think we're getting like the melding of weird things, essentially, unless there's actually a fish insect that exists out in the world right now. Like, I mean, I guess like a crab's not really a fish, but you know what I mean. Okay, artifact creature, monkey toy. All right, we already talked about how like monkey is apparently going, or no, toy is going to be a new kind of not new. I think we already have toys, don't we? Maybe we don't. We've got creature tokens, though, for toys now, but artifact creature monkey toy. Interesting. I'm just picturing the one with, like, the symbols. Creature human clown berserker. That is terrifying. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Ledger creature, elder demon. Yes, please. A new elder demon, please. I don't think we've got any. I mean, there's definitely elder demons that are still out there, right? That Liliana didn't deal with. Is that correct? Do we have any elder demons outside of that? Lord mages, help me, please! Regardless, in a very exciting elder demon from a very scary set. Love it. Alleged creature, rat, ninja, wizard. Those are three things that go together, apparently. Finally, here are some names in the set. Acrobatic cheerleader. Well, yeah, I'd hope a cheerleader would be acrobatic, but yeah, cool. Awesome. Don't make a sound. Okay, be quiet. Yeah, maybe this is... Okay, with the don't make a sound, I'm hoping that one's more like a silence card. You know, where it's like a player can't cast spells that turn. So that'd be kind of fun for that. Exercise. Exercise as in getting rid of demons, not as in like going for a jog. Yeah, probably, I would assume like exiling something is probably what that is. Friendly Ghost. Not Casper, apparently. We're not getting that one, but Friendly Ghost. That is kind of cool. So probably, yeah, making spirits for yourself. Jump Scare. That's going to be, I would assume, some kind of an instant speed spell. So yeah, there you go. Being able to like combat trick someone. Let's play a game. Oh, that's cool. So, okay, a reference to Saw, obviously. So, this is interesting. Maybe giving your opponents kind of like a choice. Like a Fact or Fiction type card-ish. But maybe it's like, well, like the entire group, you know, decides. You know, everyone votes on something. So, that'd be cool. What? Meat Hook Massacre 2? I don't think we made it in Meat Hook Massacre 1. Yeah, so Meat Hook Massacre, if I'm remembering this correctly, it's like a $50+ card, so I don't play with it. I do play against it. Enchantment for X black black. ETBs. All creatures get -X until end of turn. And then it is what you gain life whenever your creatures die, and your opponents lose life whenever their creatures die, or is it the opposite? I can't remember. Regardless, yeah. Just having a straight up like Meat Hook Massacre Jr. is interesting. So apparently a second Meat Hook Massacre happened, and now we got another one, and that's terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. It better not be anywhere near as good as the first one. It probably is, because Wizards, you know, with the power creep, it usually goes up. Is it gonna be in? I can't imagine it's not in black again, right? Like a Meat Hook Massacre just sounds like it's in black. Maybe it's in Rakdos this time, though. We shall see. Orphans of the Wheat. Okay, Wizards. Okay, Children of the Corn. Yeah, got you there. Nice reference right there. That is going to be some terrifying things, though. Just like little children in the wheat fields, apparently, just murdering everyone. Great, cool. Sorry if I ruined Children of the Corn for you, but that's kind of what happens. Split up. Okay. I'm thinking about, like, Saw in half with this one, but it probably isn't. I mean, it could be a play on, like, splitting something in half, though, but splitting up could just be like, hey, you go that way, I go this way. Maybe it's something like, all right, choose 2 creatures an opponent controls and donate them to 2 other players. Maybe something like that. That could be mean. It would cost a lot, but interesting. Unsettling Twins. Probably a reference, I would assume, yeah, to The Shining, I would assume. So come play with us, Danny. We shall see. So, yeah. Tune into Duskmourn's debut at 2 p.m. on the 31st Pacific time. The 31st, I believe, is Saturday, which streaming live for PAX West, so I guess that makes sense there, where the house will finally reveal morbid secrets. Yeah, I don't remember them ever really doing a stream for, like, their opening stream. At least recently, it seems like all theirs usually, like, spoiler season typically starts on Thursday, and then, like, on the weekends is when, like, almost nothing comes out, essentially. So it's like Thursday, Friday, weekend, like, maybe 5 cards come out, like, each day, and, like, really not all notable ones typically. And then, like, during the week, next week, it goes all the way through, like, the next Thursday or Friday. Typically, I will say, and Commander kind of can come, like, the Commander, like, pre-con, something like that usually come along at the end of that. But, yeah, interesting that they're doing it on, yeah, on a Saturday. So we'll see what, you know, happens with that. I will do my best. I do have a pretty busy weekend right now. I'll do my best to see if I can fit that in. I did not realize that was actually there until right now. So, yeah, we shall see what I can do about that. But as always, well, first of all, yeah, thank you for following along with me on this. Thank you for your contributions in the comments below to let me know what your thoughts are on these and where you think I'm right, where you think I'm wrong, some of those lore pieces that you can fill in as well. And, yeah, what you think about this. I'm excited for this set. I'm really excited for this set. Let me know what your thoughts are on all of this. Stay tuned to this channel for more exciting quick takes, spoilers, all the things coming out with Duskmourn. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on this one. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.